I love cooking, but it's hard because we just had a frying pan and a bunch of knives. Yeah, you know. So my job was throwing away cans, recycling, putting them in the recycling bin, and I cut my hand somehow, and we had to drive an hour to the veterinarian. And the thing, I recorded in Maine, and Maine and Idaho have such a rivalry. I wasn't aware of that. They really take it seriously. To get medical service, you have to say a lot of things about how great Maine is. That's the day of the dog. He opens his eyes, falls in love at first sight with the girl in the doorway. What a beautiful life, how full of life after thousands of years. What a face to wake up to. He holds back a sigh, she touches his arm, she dusts off the bed where till now he's been sleeping under miles of stone. They try to fix his heart under scare of the bones. Back to its beating. She carries him home in a beautiful boat. He watches the sea from a porthole and stowaway. And she can hear all she says as she sits by his bed. And one day his lips answer her in her own language. The days quickly pass. He loves making her laugh. The first time he moves, it's her hair that he touches. She asks, are you cursed? He says, I think that I'm cured. Then he talks of the Nile and the girls in bulrushes. In New York he is late. Glass-covered case, he pretends he's dead. People crowd round to see him, but each night she comes round, and the two wander down the halls of the tomb that she calls a museum. Often he stops to rest, then less and less, then it's her that looks tired, staying up asking questions. He learns how to read from the papers that she is writing about him, and he makes corrections as his face on her hook. More and more come to look. Families from Iowa, Upper West Side, and one day it's too much. He decides to get up, and as chaos ensues, he walks outside to find her. She's using a cane, and her face looks too pale, but she's happy to see him. As they walk, he supports her. She asks, are you cursed? But his answer's obscured in a sandstorm of flashbulbs. Rowdy reporters. Such reanimation to tour the nation. He gets out of limos, he meets other women, he speaks of her fondly. Their nights in the museum, but she's just one more rag now. He's dragging behind her, but she stops going out. She just lies there in bed in hotels and whatever towns they are speaking. And her face starts to set, and her hands start to fold, and one day the dry fig of her heart stops its beating. Long ago on the ship, she asked why pyramids. He said, think of them as An immense invitation. She asked, are you cursed? He says, I think that I'm cured. Then he kissed her and hoped that she'd forget that question.